What's up, everybody? I think I'm alive at least. I can never tell, I swear, man. But alright. Yeah, I think I'm alive now. What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Thanos, dude, already set it over 5. Thanos. Saying, BG, can't wait till the day comes when you get your dream pull. So sorry for that opening. It's all good, man. I mean, it ain't the worst opening ever, you know? But yeah, obviously not what I was looking for. But dude, Thanos, thank you so much for the 5, dude. You know what's coming. You can't stop it. Stop. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Are you sure the Nexus was updated to include Doom? He showed first in the regular Crystal preview, but was MIA for the Nexus preview. Yeah. Wait, did you? Oh, you sent over another 5 for that. Oh, jeez, dude, Thanos, thank you, man. Yeah, the Nexus Crystal, it gets updated. It gets updated. It's just a regular crystal. It is the same pool as the regular crystal, except it shows you, 3 of them. But he's there. I mean, if there was some bug in the system or something like that, then yeah. But it's up, part of chaos. BJ, I'd consider sending a strongly worded letter to Kabam after what they did to you. Yeah, it's all right, man. It really, it's. The thing is, like, it's not the worst opening ever, so I don't really want to complain. People got, like, way worse champions out of their Nexus and stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. It says a lot more about, like, in my opinion, at least, it says a lot about the balance of the champions. Because, I want to be excited about the champions I pulled. They're different champions. It's like when I started the McFabio account, right? I was pumped because I got Sunspot, and I didn't know how good or not Sunspot would be, but he was new and he was different and somewhat different to play with, and that's what I want out of the 6 stars. I want different champions, but because certain champions are just so much stronger, the deeper you get in this game, the more narrow it becomes of. Which champions are, like, you could actually use. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still hoping for, like, some kind of update that just makes more champions viable. At this point, I don't know if that day is ever going to come, but that's what I'm hoping for anyway. All right, let's get a tweet out. Let's get this party started. Let's see here. What do I want to say today? Let me see. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Got any more of them 6-star Nexus crystals? Yes. No. Leave. Okay. Do it. All right. Elijah Sharon, am I saying that right? Or Sheeran? Probably Sheeran's not Sharon. Elijah Sheeran. Oh, either way, I'm so sorry for messing up your name. However it's pronounced. But thank you very much for the 5. Just saying, yo, what's up? Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Sorry I butchered your name so badly, but thank you very much. Easy also sending over $1. Easy, thank you, man. Saying, BG, I opened up my 6-star today and didn't get Doom either. I did, however, get Doctor Strange, meh, and Invisible Woman, also pretty meh. Also pulled 5-star Invisible Woman. Maybe Kabam God's trying to tell me something. Yeah, possibly, dude. Possibly. Maybe I'm hoping that I don't regret picking Cull over Invisible Woman, because I still have this the back of my mind thinking that Invisible Woman could be a god, and everyone's just sleeping on her type of thing. And it's one of those, like, a year from now, it's gonna be like, oh, dude, Invisible Woman, turns out she's the #1 champ in the game. It's probably not gonna be like that, but, you know. I'm still thinking that she's probably better than people give her credit for. But anyway. Bummer that you didn't get Doom either, but that's how it goes. Alright, we got a couple of raids here. I see a Dreamin' raid. I see a Hobbit raid. Hashtag I didn't know being bald makes you late raid. Is that dude, I saw a lot of people streaming today. There was a lot of people streaming. I think that's a man, is that the Hobbit raid? Oh no, is that Hector's raid? Dude. I got raided by so many people right now. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you for the raid. Metal Bro also sent it over $1.50. Metal Bro, thank you very much for the $1.50 and the banana saying got my first 6-star today, and it was Aarkus. Oh, dang, dude, that's a great first 6-star, I would say. Congratulations. Great first 6-star. Doesn't need to be awakened. Pretty cool champion overall. I was hoping to pull one of them myself, but that's awesome, man. That is awesome. All right, let's get into some stuff here. Whoa! We got a few more super chats coming in. Jay, what's up, dude? Sending over 20 big ones. Saying Taters wanted me to send you this. He didn't say it, but there's no other explanation for calling me when I had the nut flush. Wow. Rip Tater's wallet right there. Oh man, Jay, dude, this is great, man. This is every week you crush it in poker, and oh man, the support from the poker guys, they must know. It is the only explanation, like you said, man. Dude, thank you for the super generous 20. Oh man, that's funny. EZ sent over another buck as well, saying she has a ton of damage if you can play her well, but it's difficult. Check out KT's winner. It's not about for me, it's not really about capitalizing on the damage. I want to figure out a way to survive forever with Invisible Woman, and yeah, that's the part I think people might be sleeping on with her, is like just her ability to survive. Which I haven't seen any videos showing off what I kind of imagine in my head, but who knows, man? What I'm imagining could be not possible, which is why it's not really something I've seen. I just haven't played with her. But Scotty Lang also sent it over a buck with no message, just another buck for the Paseo jar. Scotty, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate that, man. All right, let me get on the move here. I guess we're gonna go right up this middle part. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got energy for that for sure. Let's do it. Let's hit it. Oh, this is gonna be a Corvus charge too. Sweet, sweet Corvus charge. I only have one at the moment, so this will be number 2. I got the evade charge off of the mini boss. Still new to doing map 5. A little weird to say that since I was doing map 7 for a long time, but then I went to, you know, map 4, and this is their second week doing map 5 now that it's free. And the mini boss, I guess it's Fantastic 4 edition mini bosses, because last time it was Torch and this time it was Mr. Fantastic. Papa F. BG, would you rather rank 4 5-star Sparky unduped or Archangel duped? I think it depends on where you're at in the game, how many champions you have ranked up currently, things like that. Notice use Corvus. If you're looking for that general purpose champion, if you don't have too many champions ranked up at the moment, then oh, I forgot, this guy eats your buffs, doesn't he? Well, that was stupid of me to go with this guy then. And I just got destroyed. Sure did. But yeah, if you're looking for that general purpose champion, Stark Spidey I think is better. But when you hit a certain point in this game, and you don't really need general purpose champions, you need those champions that can fill in some of those niche roles and stuff. And I think Archangel does that pretty well. So it's not really something I could say without knowing your full situation, the other champions that you have ranked up, and the content you're looking to do. But I hope some of that at least helps give you an idea of what to think about when trying to decide between those two. Carson Hunt sending over a buck. Carson, thank you very much. Saying, how you liking Claire? I love Claire. She's great, man. I like her so much that I put her on my most wanted list for 6 stars, even though I already have her maxed out as a 5-star. Just because I think, like, oh, dude, it'd be cool to have more than one. First off, not that I probably wouldn't rank her up right away, but just in case my other one was busy, because I do throw her on defense sometimes. I don't know, she seems to be getting kills, so I might as well keep doing that. But for the future as well, I wouldn't mind if I got like a, what's it called, Catalyst. If I got a Mystic tier 5, like I wouldn't mind potentially throwing that into a 6-star Claire, you know. So yeah, I think she's great though. I've used her a bit. I still haven't like tested out like her full power, but I use her in Alliance Quest. I used her in Act 6. And like I said, defense. So she's getting some pretty good use compared to most of my my champions. Oh, by the way, I should mention I gained like 5,000 units since yesterday. Some of you may have noticed that in the opening video. Basically, here's what happened. I'm gonna upload a video because here's what happened. I was like, you know, these it takes a lot of energy to go through here. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll get some energy refills if I just pop open a few of my my arena crystals. So I opened up a few, and I opened up. It was like I was just gonna pop like 200,000, and if I didn't get the energy refills, okay, you know, no worries. At least I tried. But what happened is I got a lot of units, and I was like, huh. What if I open up a few more? Game seems to be paying out, you know, let it ride. So that kept happening, and I wasn't recording at first, but as soon as I popped open the 200,000, I was like, well, if I'm gonna keep opening more, I might as well record this. So the video is basically gonna start out with me having just 200 of them, or 200,000 chips worth, which is 20 crystals. Popped open, and then I proceed to open up basically the rest of them because the game kept paying out, man. I was getting some really good unit drop rates, so yeah. But okay, Shimoy, set it over to aka Baby Cham, Baby Cham 33 Gaming. Thank you very much for the 2, saying have her at rank 3, finish fights, full health with suicides. Nice, man. Yeah, dude, I noticed that about her is a lot of the fights that I do with Claire, she ends with full health, and if she doesn't end with full health, well, the next fight I can get her back to full health. So yeah, man, I would love to have a rank 3 Claire, actually. The only I would kind of hesitate just because there's some other Mystic champions that I also want to take to rank 3. I want Doom at rank 3, of course. And kind of want Mojo too, but realistically, I would take up Claire over Mojo, just because I think she could be more helpful and doesn't need the SIGs and stuff like that. But yeah, I would hesitate, but I would ultimately, I'm sure, rank her up if given the chance. But dude, that's awesome that you have a rank 3. That is very awesome. World's Finest Dudes also sent it over to World's Finest Dudes. Thank you, man. Saying last 2, bald mega genius. You're the best. Wow, I don't know if I've ever been called a a bald Mega Genius. I've been called bald, and of course I've been called Mega Genius. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me see. Last two. What do we got here? So BG was planning on asking this before I saw you pull him today, but today pulled 5-star Sunspot and Cull from the Tigra Cavs. I hear a lot of mixed things about Cull, both good and bad. Could you break him down real quick? Not that well. I can try. Cull, he takes a few fights to ramp up, and I can't give you all the he's not a champion that I play, so I don't know all the details about him. But he takes a few fights to ramp up. We'll come back to that later. Let me just hop in the arena. It takes a few fights to ramp up, to fully ramp up. He was recently changed so that he was a little bit better in like the first couple of fights, but also slightly worse in the later fights compared to his previous edition of Cull. Honestly, some people say that it's better the way it is right now, like he's a better champion, even though it's technically a nerf or whatever. The rebalance, probably the best way to say it. But usually when people hear rebalance, they just hear nerf. But anyway, the problem with Cull that I have, and a lot of people have, is that he has really low block proficiency, and outside of his damage, his utility just isn't that necessary to have. He has some. I know he has like True Strike or something like that, but he's very reliant on parries to do heavy attacks, to armor break the opponent, because he has a massive armor break that stacks, combined with other attack modifiers. And yeah, I can't give you all the details, but that's kind of the basic rundown of it, at least. Definitely recommend checking out a Cull video or something like that if you want to learn more. I don't know what I'm gonna do with mine. It's probably just gonna sit rank 1 or something like that. Alright, Corey sent over a buck as well. Corey, thank you, man. Where you at, dude? BG, it's come to my attention that you aren't selling the cheetah print bald caps anymore. I need answers, Baldy. Yeah, I mean, it's more of our part of a fall lineup. Oh, geez, I just got destroyed. It's part of the fall lineup. You know, it's the material, in order to get the print to look good, it's slightly thicker. And as a result, you know, we just found that selling that particular cap during the spring and summer months, it wasn't a big seller, you know. So totally understand that you want that cap and you want it now, but it won't be back in stock until fall. Please don't kill me. I need to not lose this streak. I am behind on the arenas. I got to get milestones in at least all 3 of these top arenas. Corey, thank you very much for the buck and your concerns. I'll consider feedback and adding that to the regular lineup. Easy sent over another buck saying, BG, is Mojo worth a Mystic Gem or should I save it for Doom? Mojo's a weird one because I think he's worth an Awakening Gem, but only if you're also willing to invest a lot of 6-star Sig Stones. So I don't really know how to call it with him. Of course, this is just my opinion from testing a rank 3 version of Mojo, but he gains so much attack from the rank 3. Like, let's put it this way. You know, I go to AntMay to look at Mojo a lot, but here's something that I don't really do whenever we look at Mojo. I want to really put some numbers behind it, some math behind it. Should also kind of be paying attention to this fight because, well, yeah, let's focus on this fight for a second. I don't think she's gonna throw her special. Right. One more combo. Yeah, that should be game. 1%. Are you kidding me? Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I don't think it's gonna kill me. No, we're fine. Okay. Alright. We good. Okay, so Mojo. So, 5-star rank 3. So this is what I tested on through the content creator program. 5-star rank 3 champion, 1290 base attack plus 2580 at Sig 200. Right? So 1290 plus 2580. I mean, really, I could have just multiplied it by 3 because that's what that is. So 3870 is the attack. And if we bump this up to a rank 5, but we don't have any specific set of attack in here. So if you have a low Sig Mojo, basically double this attack here. So it'd be 46. Well, we could just call it 4700 to make it easy. Let's round this up to 2350. So 4700 attack. Honestly, that's not that much higher in terms of attack compared to a rank 3 that's like fully sigged up. So if you want to get like a feel for the amount of damage that can do, it's probably equivalent to like a rank 3 champion with suicides. Pretty close to it, at least. And you could see that kind of damage output in the original content creator videos. These days, there's probably content of a rank 5 Mojo out there, but I bring all this up to say, like, I really think that he needs a lot of attack in order to compete with the other champions you're using. I just don't see anyone realistically using Mojo offensively unless they're also willing to invest a mountain of resources into the guy. So yeah, kind of my thoughts on it. It comes with some inexperience, of course. Like I said, I never really played the champion. I'm probably going to take mine to rank 5, even unawakened, just because I have extra resources and I like Mojo, and I know that eventually I'll get a chance to play him more. But it's that's the reason, at least, why I always think that he needs higher Sig, is I feel like I've already played like a low Sig rank 5 type of Mojo. Shimo, I also sent over another 2. Dude, thank you again. Say, not clairvoyant. Oh, 6-star invisible woman at rank 3. Oh, really? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I really thought you were talking about Claire, especially with the whole finishing at full health thing. Very interesting indeed. Okay. I'm kind of curious. Do you... Oh my god, I hate... We're almost on the infinite streak. I should have just threw my top champions instead of dealing with this nonsense here. But anyway, that is interesting. Finish at full health with the rank 3. I definitely need to play her more, because I don't fully understand her abilities. I know, like, the gist of it I understand. It's just a matter of, like, you know how you can read abilities, or you could have someone tell you abilities even, but until you play with the champion yourself, you're like, I don't know, just not totally sure of exactly how things work or exactly what the limitations are, if she's comfortable to you and stuff like that, because everyone has their own preferences, right? So I gotta play with her some more, but that is interesting. I will likely take her up to rank 2 in the near-ish future, and by that I mean like sometime this year. Please, I hope this doesn't kill me by doing this. I think I'm going to survive this and then die to the damage over time effect. Nope, never mind, we're good. Alright. Finally, done with the build-up to the infinite streak here. But, Shimoy, dude, thank you again, man. That is very interesting. Gonna have to give her a more fair chance. Star, I was just reading your dingo message, which I'm guessing that's just your way of saying hello at this point, right? What is this though? You said 5-star. Thank you so much. Saying boop. The amount of dollars equals how much weight. I did lose this past month. I am pleased. Star. That's awesome. That's good. The amount of dollars is the amount that I gained this past month. So, which is not that bad, you know. There's been worse months. So, but that's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Invisible Woman ending with HP is easy. Her shield takes 90% of the damage she is supposed to take, so she heals well beyond what Double Edge does to her. Stick with Special 3 to keep the shield topped off. Okay. Hey, question for the Invisible Women, or woman, whatever, owners out there. Awaken ability. Did I make a dumb play by not choosing her? Was the Awaken ability, is it an important one, or is it more of a defensive thing? Because it definitely read more of an Awaken ability thing. Good, that means I can pass you easier, like past my dad's. All jokes. Wow. Hey, so you know what? Tomorrow though, I'm gonna work out. I'm doing it. I'm getting back on it. It's a new month. Yeah, this is already gonna be like day 3 of it, so I guess it's not that new anymore. But still, so what? I gotta do it. I got to do it. It's defensive, can slow her down on attack. Okay. Alright, alright. Good. So, definitely happy with the decision I made then. Okay. Taylor Bost. Handing over a buck. Taylor. Thank you very much. Where's your last at? Can't find it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to Control F this. Give me 1 sec. Wait, did I just lose? Why am I losing so much? Oh, man. Alright, I need to start paying a little bit more attention. I thought I was doing fine. Alright, here we go. My ult account pulled 5-star Sparkles, Human Torch, AA, and Killmonger, all from Legendary Crystals. What? It was insane. Yeah, that sounds insane, dude. From Legendary Crystals? Are you saying Legendary Crystals from the Rifts? That's crazy, dude. What the hell? Enzo, what's up, man? Good morning, PG. I think the 2020 champions meet Kabam, cool of uniqueness and interesting without OP. What do you think of content restricted to only them and you receive all as 2 stars? That's interesting, Enzo. I think I like that idea of having content restricted. See, okay. Before we, because right off the bat, I know not a lot of people would be happy with something like this because they want to use the champions that they invested in. As long as it was just in one area of the game, and not like, oh, Act 7. Turns out Act 7 is only 2020 champions. You know, as long as it was some special quest or something like that, I would like it. I'd be all for it. Like, if they had a quest for each year's champions, and it would kind of reward you for obtaining the champions earlier. Because then you'd be able to get through the quest a little bit earlier, whereas other people, you might need to wait. And there's enough champions all throughout the year, with 24 champions a year. There's enough champions that, even if you got crap RNG, you're eventually going to get some of the champions from the year. So I like the sound of that, personally. I'm not sure if people even need to receive the 2 stars, but yeah, personally I like that idea. A lot of people are against any type of restrictions, so You might hear some people not so into it, but I'm into it at least. Because yeah, the 2020 champions, they're interesting, but for the most part, they don't feel as powerful as past years. So it's kind of like, what do you do with them? How do you incentivize people to be interested in these new champs? Some of them are cool on their own, but some of them are just not as strong. Alright, B. Daniels sent it over to saying, tweet? Sure, B. Daniels. What do we got on the tweeters? Hang on, let me take care of this jugs over here first. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, dang, dude, got the 2-star Doom, 2-star Torch. Those are pretty sick, man. Nice, dude. Those are great pulls. I think I saw something else before. Here we go. Invisible Woman taking down Red Oak with wealth running suicides. Alright, dude. I'm gonna have to check this out later. Wait, B. Daniels, there's another tweet here from you. Decided to see what I could do with this. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I dying? Again? Nah, we're good. Decided to see what I could do with first 5 rounds, rank 1 5-star, then 3 rank 4s, and all rank 5s, all 6s, not too bad. Still don't like arena though. That's not bad at all, man. 30 rounds, including the initial build-up for over a third of the milestones. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Dark L Dragon also sending over $1. Thank you, man. Hang on. Sorry to hear about your 6-star opening, bro. Saved 3 6s as well. Hang on, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Whew. I tried to hide my face. I tried to clear the face cam, but I couldn't hit the button in time. Whew. All right, I was able to mute it, I think, though. All right, sorry about that. Let me start over. Sorry to everybody. 6-star opening, bro. Saved 3 6-stars as well, and got a 6-star thing. Nice, first OP champ out of my 12. So sad. Worked so hard to get the 6s, then you get to poop. Well, dude, congrats on your thing, man. That's a super good pull right there, man. Good stuff. Yeah, that is the nature of 6s, though, man. I'm telling you, I don't know if you're here when I said it at the start of the stream. Like, my opening, it really wasn't that bad. I like getting different champions, but it's just the higher up you go in this game, the fewer champions that you can get that have like a real impact. And because every champion is carried over to the 6-stars, then it's just so much harder to invest resources into any 6-star unless they're crazy powerful, you know, one of the gods. But yeah, there'll always be other 6-star openings. But thank you again for the $1. BMac also sending over $1. BMac, thank you, man. Saying, hey BG, I pulled a 5-star Tigra. Ooh. Out of the 1 Cav Crystal in the Black ISO market. Who has the best video on her? Is she just niche? I don't know. I haven't seen anybody's videos on her yet. And I didn't make one myself. I played her a bit in the Rifts. But I don't know who has the best video on her. I saw Legacy made a video. He usually has really good videos on the new champions, so I'd probably recommend checking that one out first. But I don't know. I haven't even paid attention to see all the people, like, you know, everyone who did make a video on her. It's still a little bit hard for me to say exactly how good or not good she is. My early impressions are that she's like pretty fun. Her heavy attacks, if you spam heavies, See, with her, you can't even say just spam heavies. You have to, like, interrupt the opponent's attack with your heavies. So you have to, instead of, like, parry and heavy, you have to, like, bait out a heavy from the opponent and then use your heavy or something like that, you know, or counter specials do, you know, you gain, like, bonuses that way. And then the funnest part about her is just sending a level 2 special from across the entire screen. And it's unblockable. You go flying towards the opponent. Early impressions, I think she's going to be a decent defender because of how difficult that special 2 is going to be to evade. So you're going to have to keep her to a special 1, and if you can't, it's going to be a hard time. I don't think she's going to be like top tier defender or anything like that, but I'm just saying she will kill people. That's for sure. Offensively, I don't realistically see too many people using the champion because of her low block proficiency and the way that her abilities are designed. So, I could be wrong, but that's early first impressions. After I play with the champion some more, I will make a video and hopefully have more positive things to say, because I did have fun with her. It's just hard to realistically say where she's going to be useful in an attack mode, you know. But dude, congrats on pulling her. That is still really sick. Out of 1 crystal, man. Good stuff. It's Wiz sending over 2 as well. It's Wiz, thank you very much. Saying, hey, what's up, BG? This is my 2nd stream of yours. Well, welcome, dude. Good to have you. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. BG, you got all milestones in the basic, 4-star basic, and have 6.7 mil in the 5-star feature. Roboto, you're killing it. I've done a lot of arena today and have 1 more round tonight before bed. Champs are coming off cooldown now. Nice, man. You're killing it. Keep going. Keep it going. Seems like IMO, that Kabam is a little too worried about power creep. I understand the necessity, but it's also natural to have an increase in power and rewards as time goes on. They're a little too tight right now. Possibly. Man, I'm really hoping that it's just something that we don't see is coming. Like, something big is in the works. Because it feels like these champions in 2020, it all feels like they have a similar level of balance. You could say that some champions are a little bit stronger than others and stuff like that, but it definitely feels like the balance is much tighter on these champions than we've seen in the past. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just because of the past, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like you can't really do that. Because of the champions in the past that kind of broke that mold a long time ago. I can't even pinpoint exactly when they broke that mold. But yeah, at some point they just started kind of going wild with abilities, which is cool. But they definitely didn't pay attention as close to the balance of it. So I don't know, man. I don't know what their plans are. But I feel like I feel like there's got to be some reason, right? Because if you're releasing champions that aren't as interesting, or maybe not, maybe interesting is the wrong word, but just aren't as powerful, that hurts their bottom line. Like they, you know, that's like one of their biggest ways to make profit in this game is just selling new champions, right? So if the champions aren't as powerful, then there's less interest in them, and they're not going to sell as well. So what is the reason behind it? I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it is something I think about a whole bunch. BG got Sim Supreme as my first 6-star. How good is he? Sim Supreme's great, man. I've got some content on him. I used him against the champion boss in 6.2.6. If you want to learn a little bit more about his abilities, Legacy has a Sim Supreme 101 video you can check out. Right now I'm reminded of one of the last paragraphs from their last balance update. Something about this will continue and won't be limited to recent champs. Maybe my memory's off. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I kind of remember something like that too, Coat, but I don't remember the exact wording either. I don't know. And the thing is, I can't really see them going like the full-on balance like nerf route, because that pisses players off more than anything. So even when changes are like not even technically nerfs, they get called as such, and people are fuming. So if there's actual nerfs, people are gonna go berserk. So I'm just hoping that there's like, I said it a couple streams ago, but I'm going to make a video just talking about balance and why I think it's so important, just how many areas of the game it affects. And I think balance is a problem, and one solution to that is like manually updating each champion, like rebalancing each champion, which would include nerfs. That is one solution, but it's not the only solution. So maybe they acknowledge that the balance is a problem, and maybe they just have another solution up their sleeves. But I don't know. We'll see. Lags, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Hey, buddy. Sorry it didn't go your way. Yeah, it's all good, man. There'll be other crystals. No biggie. BG and tips for actual gameplay, not just for better heroes. I think the Dork Lessons channel probably has the best instructional videos on just how to fight in this game. He has a series, how to fight like a ninja. The parry video is the most important one. If you can, sorry, excuse me. If you can master parrying in this game, then you can basically do anything. The other more advanced techniques, a lot of them I don't even do. I'm not the best fighter when it comes to certain techniques. But yeah, if you can master parrying, man, that'll take you really far in this game. And beyond that, I think watching Alliance War videos, high-tier Alliance War videos, will do a lot for you. Because you could see, like, you could watch somebody's highlight videos, and you know, those are fun to watch. If it's just somebody who's maybe they tried to solo a fight a dozen times and they only upload the time where they actually got it, which there's nothing wrong with that. I do that sometimes too, you know. It's fun, like I said. But I feel like you get a better sense for more realistic fights, and people, you know, break down exactly what's going through their mind, especially if, you know, I mean, some Alliance War videos don't have any commentary, but the ones that do, I think it's really good to learn from. So yeah, I'd recommend checking out some of that. Man, I was thinking about this, and I want the 5 and 6 star feature crystal gone, and have the new champs added to basics immediately after the arena. I would have class-specific featured 5 and 6 rotating. So just like redoing the whole featured system entirely, right? When you say class-specific, do you just mean like on like a weekly basis? It'll just be like, or maybe even daily to match like the daily event. Like Monday will be, man, now I can't remember if it's mutant or skill, but you know, Monday mutant, then next day skill, next day science. I think it's mutant, right? Yeah, it's mutant. Fairly sure of it. Anyway, is that what you're talking about? I am dead. Oh boy. Not dead just yet, but I'm gonna be. Live. Woo. Close call. Open the one featured Cav crystal in the Black ISO store and got a 6-star red guardian. Whoa. Nice. Does he need to be awakened? Kind of, sort of. He gains quite a bit from his awakened ability. He doesn't technically need it to be played, but it slows him down if you don't have it. Because you would need to, like if he's awakened and high sig level, it allows you to parry and not lose your charges. Whereas if you parry without being awakened, you will lose your charges, and you have to basically play like Stark Spidey to build them back up. You know, like dexing attacks. So it'd slow you down, and then also your debuff durations won't be as long as well. Those are the two big things in my opinion. PG, you think Legends Run still possible on iPhone X? And are this month's champs corvusable? I haven't really looked at this month's champs. I think they are, but yeah, you definitely want to check more into that before you do a Legends Run. And yeah, man, iPhone X is, yeah, still a very fast device. Absolutely. Should I make it Namor, Omega Red, Emma, or a Sunspot? All 5 stars. I would say Omega Red's probably the most important. Omega Red and Namor. Don't even think about Emma or Sunspot when you have those 4 champions. Namor and Omega Red, both of them need a fair amount of 6 stones. Omega Red I don't think needs as many. Namor needs quite a few. It also depends on your masteries. If you run Suicides, highly recommend Omega Red. If you don't run Suicides, you could, it's still kind of a toss-up between Omega Red and Namor. Let's go to a different arena. But I would go with one of those two. I would need to know a bunch more about your account to help you further, but hopefully that at least helps. I feel like the Doc Ock combo animation update has made him unplayable. It'll be fixed if you're having a rough time with them right now. The animation thing, that's just a bug. It'll get fixed. Hi BG, what's up Kangajanga? Just awakened in rank 3 in my Cull Obsidian today. He's an absolute madman. One of the gods. Nice pulls, my dude. Kangajanga. Thank you, man. Congrats on your rank 3. Sick stuff. BG, how good is 5-star Sentinel in Act 6? And do you like him? He's great in Act 6, and I do like him, yeah. I have not used him in Act 6 myself to tell you all the things that he's good for, but Sentinel is, he's just one of the best all-around champions. Kind of a jack of all trades, master of none situation, except he's a master. He's a jack of all trades, master of some. Maybe we'll say, not none. You know, like there's definitely some situations where he really shines in, but just overall, very strong champ. Yeah, it could be daily or something. I also think having new champs added to the basics constantly would be awesome. I want some fresh new crystal opening experiences. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know, even though I don't like going for the featured crystal, I don't necessarily mind that it exists and that there is a delay. But yeah, I could certainly see how you'd want that delay removed. Brian pulled 3 5-stars today. Who do I rank up to rank 3? Blade, Hype, or Longshot? 3 good pulls. Probably Blade. If we're talking about like just rank 3, I'm guessing you're in either end of Act 4 or Act 5 content. And yeah, I think Blade is going to be the most useful out of those. Showing the stream. Just got Sunspawn Aegon from my legendary crystals. Nice, man. Wow. Jackpot on the legendaries. Gee, who is some of the most underrated champs in the game to you? Mine is Sparky and Cull. Well, I always say Man-Thing's a bit underrated. I don't think he's the best by any means, but some people really don't like Man-Thing, and I think he's actually pretty solid. Other underrated champions, actually Mojo. I still think a lot of people are sleeping on Mojo. I think there's a few reasons why. One, as I've said 1,000 times at this point, I do think he is the type of champ where, because damage is one of his main selling points, unless he's high sig, yeah, people just aren't going to be that into him. So he needs the sigs. He's still new, so not a lot of people have him. And he gets seen as a defender because he's also really good for flow defense. So, but yeah, I don't know who else I would say is underrated off the top of my head, but there's others, of course. What do you think of MODOK's side quest for June? I haven't looked into it too much. I hear the rewards aren't too stellar, but honestly, I haven't even looked at the rewards. Realize they changed Ghost Rider's heavy animation. Is there any change out there you guys found? They're all just bugs. Any sort of animation change, it's all the same bug that is going to get addressed probably next update, although I don't know if it's for sure fixed, but I would guess, I would hope at least that it doesn't take too long to fix it. But you never know. Some bugs are harder to fix than others. But I guess if they had it working before, that's why I think it wouldn't be that hard to fix. BG, when's this Hulkbuster buff supposed to go live? Have mine awaken Sig 60 at rank 3, waiting to use my 2015 tech gem on him. The rank 4, but really want the buff. I don't know. I don't know if it got delayed or anything. Honestly, I thought it was supposed to be here already. I think someone was saying end of June a few streams ago. But I hadn't really looked at like the official word. If anyone knows for sure, pop that in the chat. Do you think Mojo could be a good war attacker? And where do you think he'd be useful in war? Lags, I don't know about war offense for Mojo. I don't really know. Like, he might be good offensively in war, but I'm a little bit out of the loop for war attack. I was thinking more just like general questing stuff for Mojo, and thinking that because he's got some sustainability with the way he heals, and just his damage output, just being able to kind of steamroll content once you build him up, which doesn't take that long. Like, dude, out of all the... I don't know if you would agree with this or not, Lags, but out of all the CCP champs, did you find that he ended... Like, that he... just in, like, the against the test dummies in Realm of Legends, was he the fastest for you? Or did you find someone else to be, like, faster for that fight? I mean, I guess I didn't really time it, but in terms of number of hits, like... I remember him doing it really fast. For only a rank 3, you know? And just having that healing, like watching... I remember testing him briefly in 6.2. But at rank 3, it was a little bit harder to do something like that. Yeah, I don't know about war. War is such a different beast. I was impressed. I took 6.2 champ boss with him at rank 3 and it felt so easy. Yeah, man, it just seems so good. So a new account and have 4-star Blade, Namor, and Warlock. Who should I invest the most? I'd probably lean more towards Blade and Warlock. Just get them both ranked up. Probably if you... So you're saying you started a new account, which means you have some experience. Probably Blade. If it was like brand new, just started the game or something like that, I'd probably say Warlock, just because he's immune to bleed, which you come across a lot early on, and just having that immunity is really nice before you kind of master parries and stuff like that. But if you already have parrying down, then probably say Blade. The only thing is, if you don't have a Ghost Rider synergy yet, then maybe not Blade, and maybe just go with Warlock for now. But then whenever you do get Ghost Rider, then maybe invest more into Blade, you know. What are suicides? I will show you. It's a nickname for certain masteries. Gotta head on over to this lovely website, Aunt May. I also have videos on it if you want to learn more. But for right now, we'll click on masteries here. Expand that a little bit. And the suicides, it's a nickname for these kind of these two masteries. These are like the good masteries of the suicides, but recoil is a prerequisite, so that of course is included as well. And recoil says that every time you use a special 1 or a special 2, you're going to lose some of your health. Liquid Courage here, you gain up to 30% attack just for all of your champions, but you also suffer a permanent poison, and you could mostly balance out that poison with willpower. And then we have Double Edge, which again will give you up to 30% attack, but you also bleed for 16 seconds at the start of the fight. If you use champions that are immune to poison or bleed or both, you still gain all the benefits. You still gain that plus attack, but of course you don't have any downside since you're immune to those things, except for, of course, recoil. Bushido Brown, send it over £1. Bushido Brown, thanks, man. Saying, I thought you wanted the Fantastic Four as 6 stars. I do. If you're talking about my Nexus decision, I have an Invisible Woman. I've got 2 out of the 4 as 6 stars, and I want to pull Mr. Fantastic and Thing as well. Mr. Fantastic was on my most wanted list. Thing I didn't put up there just because I'd be happy to get Thing, but because I already have a 565 Sig 200 Thing, there was some other champions I wanted more. But the Awakening for Invisible Woman just didn't seem as worth it. But dude, thank you very much for the £1. Speaking of Mojo, I got a bit of a dilemma. I got Mojo, Magic, and Longshot all unduped 5 stars. I got 1 Mystic Gem and about 86. What should I do? Ooh, lags. I don't know, man. Honestly, Magic might still be the way to go if you're looking for another option for Alliance War attack. But oh, Mojo's so cool though. Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. I personally, I wouldn't go with, like, Longshot would be last on the list for me. I don't know if people are using him in Alliance War. It's possible that they are, but I'd probably put him last on the list. He's cool and everything, but I just don't see him being as potentially useful as the others. Easy. Send it over another buck. Easy. Thanks, man. Same. BG. On the subject of suicides, how to decide whether or not to put 3 points in Coagulate. It's a tough decision, man. I go back and forth on it all the time, actually. I think it depends on the champions that you use and kind of your overall experience. Do you find yourself dying in areas like Alliance Quest? Like if you find yourself, like, let me put it this way. The times I want to run more points in Coagulate, the times where I'm using champions that are lacking the immunities in for like if I have to use different champions in like Alliance Quest, for example. There's a lot of champions that you really don't need 3 points in Coagulate. Corvus, he doesn't take any bleed damage at all, so Coagulate does nothing for him. Well, I mean, while he has glaive charges up, but of course, if you lost your glaive charges, you also lose the bleed, so he is immune to the suicide bleed at least. Omega Red, of course, only needs the 1 point. I think I broke it down in my last Suicide Mastery video of how much damage you take. Coagulate will save you, I think it's about 2% health at the start of each fight. Per point. So, really it's not that big of a deal. But if you're using champions that are lacking these immunities, and you're also taking some damage from the poison and everything, then it's hard to find points that will save you resources more than Coagulate will. Like when I'm using Venom and Voodoo, when I was at least on one of my Alliance War paths, map 7, there was nothing that was going to save me more resources than those masteries. There'd be times where I could make it through my entire path without having to use potions, regardless of mastery setup. But then there would be other times where you're like, alright, I have to use a couple potions. And thinking about it, like each one of the potions that you buy out of the Glory Store, that's like just throwing away a tier 4 basic. Or wait, how much are tier 4 basic? Maybe that's off. Tier 1 alpha. Maybe that's more accurate. It's like throwing away a tier 1 alpha. So yeah, I kind of looked at Coagulate as like a tier 1 alpha mastery, you know? But that said, like you know, as I was saying, there's a bunch of champions where Coagulate is going to be practically useless for. And just not necessary to have, and you can put those points elsewhere. So it's all about the champions you use and all that stuff. It's a tough call to make, but masteries are not permanent, you know? Try it out, see what you like. Of course, it costs to unlock them and stuff, but it's worth it. I still rather spend on masteries than opening up a 3-star out of a Cav Crystal or something like that. I usually die in AQ, and I use Claire, Corvus, and Warlock. Maybe turn them off. Yeah, like the Coagulate does nothing for those champions, so it actually does nothing for any 3 of those champions. Yeah, I'm thinking magic, especially for flow, and I can try some Mojo bosses. Yeah, lags. Honestly, man, that's probably the best. You could upload some boss kills and stuff, and if I bet you Taters would like it too, because this way he'd be able to more easily find a magic in the group. Easier to maneuver people around, kind of thing. Maxed out Coagulate, Willpower Recovery, and Salve, and I'm running full suicides. It seems to be doing good so far in AQ and AW. Yeah, man. Again, it all comes down to the champions you use, but yeah. Started playing a new game. It's called Text to Talk Google, BG Edition. Basically, I randomly push the button while Brian is talking and see what it picks up. Very amusing. It picked up Irregular Tarzan. Got a 5-star Thor Ragnarok. Is he for offense or defense? He's for other. Where's the other box? He's for prestige. 5-star skill, Awakening Gems, he worth. Ranking Awakening. No, he's not. Not anymore. He was useful for prestige purposes. And you know, I'm just going to explain prestige to you as if you don't know what it is. You may already know what it is. You likely already do. But we have other people in here that that may be new and may not know. So I'm just going to explain it real quick, give you the full rundown. Prestige, every champion has a base hero rating. The rating before, you know, masteries affect it and boost it up. Masteries, synergies, boost, all that stuff will increase the champion's hero rating, but they still have this underlying base rating, and that is the champion's prestige. Then every person in this game has a prestige, which is defined as the top 5 of your champions, the top 5 highest base prestige ratings of your champions, average those out, and that's the player's prestige. And then the alliance prestige is every member within the alliance average that out, and you have the alliance prestige. And what that does is it will increase the difficulty of the fights that you take in Alliance Quest. But as a result of increasing the difficulty, you're also given more points. And because you're given more points, you rank higher and earn better rewards in Alliance Quest. Now, with all that out of the way, Thor Ragnarok used to be the highest prestige champion for 5 stars. And he's still very high. But prestige should only really be something that you concern yourself with if you are at the very end game of MCOC, basically. If you still need to rank up champions to get through Alliance Quest or Alliance War or regular questing, things like that, you will earn better rewards from ranking up useful champions and going through that content. And then once all that stuff's done, then rank for prestige, but it's like last on the list. For endgame players, for certain endgame players, it's like first on the list. But for 99% of the player base, it should be the furthest thing from rank up decisions. And because of that, Thor Ragnarok, he's just not a good champion, so don't rank him. BG, who's your favorite 6-star champ you got recently? I am a little bit interested in Night Thrasher. I'm probably going to take him to rank 2. But I haven't really had much time to play with him. I really wish that 5-star Sigstones weren't so crazy difficult to get. You know, I did a count today. I have 24 5-star champions at rank 5. How many, just of all my champions in total, do you think are Sig 200? If you guys had to guess. You don't even need to say a number, because I'm going to say the number in a second here. But feel free to guess. I have 24 of them maxed out, and in addition to that, I have enough rank up gems and catalysts in my stash and overflow to have 32. So I have 32, essentially I have 32 champions at rank 5. And out of all of my champions, all of my 5 stars, I have 11 of them at Sig 200. And if I used all of my Sig stones, it's a little bit harder to calculate something like this. I don't have 200 Sigs of any particular class type, but I have certain champions that are like, what's it called? I have certain champions that are like, you know, Sig 120, like a Cyclops, just from pulling naturally. And I'm not going to put Sigs into that champion. So realistically, I can't take any of my current champions to Sig 200, but just to be fair, it's probably close to about 14 champions at Sig 200 if I wanted to pump into the Crapo champs. It's such a wild difference between the two. It's crazy to think about, like going through, you know, Act 6 content and being given all these different rank up resources and everything, but not being given the other half of the rank up, you know, the Sig up. But anyway, I really wish I could have a Sig 200 Darkhawk, and then I would actually be a lot more stoked about Night Thrasher, because I feel like I'd be able to maybe pair the two up a bit more and use them. But as it stands right now, like I can't give any Sigs to to Darkhawk. So if I can't have a powerful Darkhawk, then what does that mean for my Night Thrasher? It's just this whole chain of events that happens that is somewhat interesting, but also feels pretty bad. Hey BG, don't be sad for your 6 stars. There's you got only Mysterio and Ghost. Isn't that a good thing? Mysterio and Ghost? BG, have you seen Red Guardian synergy with Omega Red? Seeing as you're a heavy Omega Red user like myself, I keep going back and forth on it. It seems good to me, but I would love your opinion on it. It seems pretty good, but I don't think it's worth giving up a slot on your team for it. If you're already going to use Red Guardian for something else that you're bringing him along for, awesome. It's a hell of a bonus, just starting out with 5. What's it called? The synergy is that Omega Red starts out with 5 spores on the opponent. But normally with Omega Red, you're already bringing another champion. You're already bringing Sabretooth. And you could maybe see it as a replacement for times where, like, you know, maybe you're not looking to take up 2 extra slots for the synergy, but you need Red Guardian, and if you can swap out Sabretooth for Red Guardian, could be useful. I also thought that, what's it called? I also thought that it could potentially be good against robots. But really against robots, you probably just want to use another champion altogether. So, Bushido Brown sending over another pound, saying, why is it always champs like Jugs, Iron Fist, and Cyclops that are high Sig naturally? Why can't RNG bless us with high Sig Ghost or something? It's a little bit of both. I certainly have some high Sig champions that I never tossed Sigs into. So I didn't mean to say it's like only Cyclops, but it does happen a lot, you're right. Or at least it feels that way. But for example, I think my hype, where is old hypey boy at? I also did grind for this guy twice in the arena. So maybe not the best example, because he would only been Sig 40 right now otherwise, but there's been some other examples. It's usually when you rank the champion all the way up, though, and they're like Sig 200, and then you pull them, and you're like, son of a... BG, thoughts on Venompool? He's not very good. BG, who to rank? Is 5-star Night Thrasher or Elsa? I think Elsa's probably better, although I don't have a lot of experience in either of those champions. So, might want to... get a second opinion on that. I guess they have been in the pool a long time. Oh, Bushido Brown, that's a good point. They've probably been in the pool longer, so of course they would naturally have higher Sigs. How many rounds did you put in for Darkhawk when he was in the arena for the second time? I don't know if I went for him at all. I'm trying to think how I got my original Darkhawk. I think I got him... I think I got him from the Selector. Did I get him from the Selector? Or did I get him from a crystal and then I used my Selector on someone else? Now I can't remember. I don't think I grinded for him when he was in the... what's it called? Just in the arena by himself. I don't think I ever did that. I don't know if it would have mattered, though. Even if I grinded for him 4 times in the arena and got him to Sig 80, I don't think I can justify giving him more Sigs, and I feel like I would need to give him more Sigs. So, I don't know. I really feel like it's a bit of a compromise, where maybe Night Thrasher and Darkhawk, maybe it's a cool combo, but realistically, does that combo overpower other combos? Probably not. Any way to increase Domino's critical bleed chance? I think it's just based off her crit chance, if I'm not mistaken, so just increasing her crit rating. I could be wrong on that, though. Fully turned into a Magic the Gathering eBay bidding junkie. It's so fun and a very wise use of my time. Hours and hours and hours of time. Oh my goodness. Hobbit. I don't know whether to be proud or very proud. It's one of the two. BG got a 5-star silver server from Feature Crystals and then also duped him yesterday. Is he worth ranking? I don't know a ton about Silver Surfer. MSG has some content for Silver Surfer. My very limited testing was I didn't find him to be amazing, but I also didn't think he was terrible. He does have very high prestige. Don't know if that's something of a concern to you. But I haven't heard too many rave reviews about Silver Surfer, I can tell you that much. BG, how would you adjust the Crystal RNG, if at all, for stuff like Act 6? Sucks to put all the effort in and feel like you got robbed. For me, it's just about balance. I like RNG. I like the random nature of the crystals. I like kind of just dealing with the hand you're dealt. But I want the champions to be a bit more balanced, so that if you're, you can't be dealt total crap. Man, I'm lagging tonight for some reason. Sorry about all the dropped frames, guys. That is on my end. I'm seeing some dropped frames here. I mean, the way... Hold on. I need to back up on the balance talk, too, because I said total crap, but it's not really what I meant. Because there's a lot of champions that aren't total crap. I was a little bit disappointed with my polls. Not gonna lie. Definitely a bit disappointed. But it's not like it was total crap. It's just... the deeper you get, the fewer champions it feels like you can realistically invest resources into, and then they just become like these dead, useless champions in the current state of the game, at least. So, I don't mind random if the champions were a little bit closer together in terms of overall power. Or if there was just something else we could do with these champions, is another way to maybe solve that, but both those things are kind of tough to do in this game, I think. But yeah, otherwise, honestly, I don't really even care about targeting certain champions. I would want to target them in other ways, like after you pull them. I'm much more interested in targeting them in terms of making them stronger. Like... okay, you want to sig up your champions? Run them through the incursions. You don't get sig stones, but if you use a champion in the incursions, you gain experience for them in terms of sig level. So it kind of forces you to play with these other champions if you want to sig them up. Could be dangerous because if not done right, then, well, somebody could just be sitting there playing incursions 24/7, and maybe that's not the intentions of the mode or something like that. But if there was some way to do something like that, man, I would love it. Or some other way, like I mentioned with the Dota 2 stolen idea of unlocking like a bonus talent tree for them. Something like that. But anyway, Roboto, you were asking me to check some others here. Hold on. BGI goofed. I accidentally brought in 2 rank 1 5-stars. I think they were rank 2 and lost my streak. Ah, rip, dude. That is a bummer, man. Start it over. It sucks, but you gotta start it over. Cody, what's up, man? I don't know if you're still in here. BG, I know you're not too excited, but congrats on Cull. I never thought he'd be good/fun, but when I took him to rank 3, I love him. Never played him prior to that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna give him a fair chance and all that, but hopes aren't too high at the moment. So opened all my crystals and it was not good. Oh no, Pete. Oh no. Rip, dude. Rip. Honestly, they could just increase all the crappy champs' critical damage and make them fun to play. I don't see. The thing is, I don't know if that's enough. I think certain champions are just so far behind in this game that they're like, you know, how do you save them? There are certain champions that are not that far behind. Of course, it's a huge range. But some champions, I feel like, dude, they're just light years away from being anywhere near the power of some of these top champions. To the point where it just feels like a miserable time comparing the two, you know? He's still talking. Really, Pixie Bell? You know I'm still talking. I can't stop talking. BG, is Mole Man any good? I didn't find him to be particularly good. I think Karate Mike took him to rank 3 on the beta or something like that. I didn't watch the video. But I meant to. I clicked on it, and then I did my usual click on the video, and then wasn't really paying attention. Got up, out of away from the computer. Got back to the computer, and the video was already over. So, yeah, maybe check that out if you want to learn more about Mole Man. What about special event boss challenges? It's only one specific champ with lots of crazy nodes, and if you beat them, disable and or limit item use, then you get that champ or 20 sigs. There could be certain things like that. I still think they should be rewarded through the variants. I like the idea of earning champions through content. You can't really give out like the best of the best doing that. Is the only thing. Because then it kind of devalues opening crystals for the champions, and also, let's say everybody got Corvus for beating a boss. Well, then everybody would just be using Corvus, and it make like there's already a lot of people using Corvus, but my point is there's also a lot of people that aren't using Corvus, and it would just kind of make it so that everybody is using the exact same champions, which to me makes the game less interesting. But I would love it if there was a way to complete content and get champions. And yeah, I always thought the variants were a good way to do that outside of, you know, Realm of Legends, Labyrinth of Legends, and hopefully Abyss, man. I'm still hopeful that that's part of the reward update, is that they include a unique champion. I don't even care what else is in there. It's not a unique champion, damn it. Carl, send it over to you. Carl, thank you, man. Saying second to last. Okay. What do we got here, Carl? Champion balance would solve a lot of the issues in the game that people have been complaining about, but I understand why people don't want nerfs, even though they might be needed, truthfully. Yeah, I agree completely. I understand it too. Totally understand that nobody really wants that stuff. But yeah. I try my best to not even talk about nerfs, but I just can't help it sometimes. But Carl, thank you very much for the 2, dude. Gotta be careful not to use Tigra here. Actually, let me go pop back in AQ. Let's go do that. Severe thunderstorm just ran through my town, knocking out all the power for about 2 hours. And the first thing I did when I came back on was the stream. Oh man. Well, welcome back. Glad your power's back on. Good stuff, man. PG, curious why you wanted to pull a Vision Aarkus as a 6-star. I think he's cool. I don't have a ton of experience with him, but I think he's pretty cool, and of course I would have to play with him a lot before I made this kind of a decision. But I have a Cosmic Tier 5, and there is a slight itsy bitsy chance that I would pump the Tier 5 into Vision. I think he's got some useful abilities, and I just think he's fun to play. And found him to be pretty smooth and everything. And yeah. Regardless of if I ranked him up or not, to rank 3 that is, I can guarantee you if I get a Vision Aarkus as a 6-star, I'll at least take him to rank 2, just because, you know, I have those resources from Act 6. Yeah, rank 3 would be iffy. Been destroying Doom with Claire for some reason. Don't know why. I mean, Claire's just a good champ overall. Make a video about how nerfs could save the game. See how that goes over? Yeah. I won't be doing that. Dude, I'm hesitant. Carl, I don't know if you heard me say, but I've been talking about wanting to make a video, and I even wrote out how some of it would go, at least. Just saying that balance, for me personally, it's the #1 problem in this game. There's nothing bigger than balance. But I was gonna say, just because balance is the problem doesn't mean that nerfs have to be the solution. It's the solution for many games, but maybe there'd be creative solutions to it that BAM can do. But man, I really think it's a huge problem, affecting everybody, whether they think that's the problem or not. I feel like it does affect everybody, and it just might not be so obvious. What's your motivation to keep doing arena? Units. I may have 17,000 units right now, but I won't stop until I have 117,000 units. That may not also be true, but no, yeah. Units is the biggest reason, but also gold, and shards and ISO. You get pretty much everything from the arenas. You should make more Alliance Quest videos. I don't know if I'll be making any more Alliance Quest videos. Not for the time being, at least. Sorry, man. It's cool that you like them, but there's not a whole lot to Alliance Quest. After like the first video on it, We get pretty similar. BJ, admire how you keep it free to play, even though they never give you what you want in openings. Thanks, man. I mean, they do sometimes, to be fair. I don't want to make it seem like I never get the champ I'm after. But, yeah, it's just how it goes. Like I said, I honestly, I like that aspect of the game. It might not always seem like I like it because, you know, of course, at the time when you crack open the crystals, especially if you've been waiting for a long time, if you beat some challenging content, it feels bad, you know. But I do like that part of the game. There's a lot of things that I would change. Like, I understand that a lot of people would change something about the crystals and how you get them, and just the, you know, maybe cut out some of the RNG, things like that. I totally understand that a lot of people would want to do that. But if I just took like a totally selfish view of the game and said, hey, I'm just going to change it to exactly the way that I want the game to be, then I wouldn't even touch the crystals. Like, maybe eventually, but they'd be so far down the list. I'd want to adjust 50 other things first, you know. Now that said, when I do make suggestions for the game, I don't take a selfish view at it. Just so we're clear here. Whenever I make suggestions, I do try to keep every level of player in mind and all that, but just saying, if it was changed to the BG of Champions or whatever you rename, yeah, of course I'd rename the game too after myself. Yep, when you, Kabam, have to make content and champs like Ghost exists, the content is way overtuned. IMO for the other 150, or the 150 other champs, but they're in a tough spot for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Thought just crossed my mind, what if Platpool is the reworked Abyss reward champ? Interesting. I don't know if it would be, but that is interesting. Is there a different time zone or something? What do you mean by different time zone? In the game? In the game, no. Everyone's on like the same time, but of course in real life we're not. And I'm on the West Coast, in the Seattle, Washington area. May make Cavalier not get 3-star out of Cavalier Crystal or something like that. Okay, you know when I said I wouldn't touch the crystals? I lied. I would remove the Cav crystals. That's what I would do. I take it back. That's buffing the Cav crystals, and I feel like Cav crystals are part of what caused a lot of the problems in this game. I feel like Kabam is trying to get everyone to buy Cav crystals for one reason or another. Whether it's free to play and spending, you know, just earned units on them, or buying the units. Sometimes I feel like that's one of the causes of why there's not more Sig Stones out there to be earned through the game. Because if you buy Cav crystals, well, you're going to have significantly higher Sig levels across the board compared to someone that doesn't. So maybe maybe the way they balance the rewards is different because of that. Path of BG? Yeah, there we go. Instead of Path of Exile. BG, buddy of mine, just beat Act 6, and his rewards for doing all that content was a 6-star Superior Iron Man and a 6-star Gambit. He uninstalled the game. I understand. Oh, man, that hurts, dude. 6-star Iron Man and 6-star Gambit. RIP. That really bites. See, polls like that are what make me think like, man, I did great in my opening. Because I didn't get those champs. At least I didn't get those champs. You should be able to trade in PhD for Grandmaster and Grandmaster for Cavs, both crystals and shards. Would be interesting to see how the balance would be, because I do get a lot of ISO from PhD. I don't know if it'd be too quick to exchange those. Hey, I'm Seattle Area 2. Chaz, awesome. Hey, you play Raid BG? Nah. You guys notice how Kabam lets out the rewards for next month's side quests super late? So we can't complain about them. Like a few months ago, we said they suck and they changed it. Kind of suspicious. I don't know. I think I wouldn't, if it were up to me, I wouldn't do it any other way. Like if I was in charge of announcing that stuff, I wouldn't really want to announce next month's events early. Just in general, so that people can stay focused on the current events in the game. And then right before the new ones hit, okay, put out all the info, and of course, along with that info, the rewards. So, I don't know if there's anything to be suspicious of there. I think that just kind of makes sense, that system. What mystic character should I awaken? Guillotine, Symbiote Supreme, Magic, or Dr. Voodoo? Out of those, Dr. Voodoo probably needs it the most, but it's a little bit hard to say just based on that info alone. Depending on where you're at in the game and what content you're looking to do, what other champions you have already ranked up and awakened and things like that. But yeah, out of those, Voodoo probably needs it the most. Without question, the introduction of Cav crystals destroy the balance in the game. Bad idea then, bad idea now. And let them go pop. Now let me go pop some Cavs. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I try to see the whole picture too, is because like I don't think the Cav crystals had a good, like, I don't think they had a positive effect on the balance of the game. But I know they also made Kabam a lot of money. And with that additional money, I'm hoping that, like, of course, they're not just going to reinvest all of that into MCOC. They're going to make other games, and the investors are going to keep a larger cut of that and stuff like that. But point is, if they're making more money, they're going to have more funds, and they're going to want to keep developing the game and adding more content and things like that. So I don't know if they kind of shot themselves in the foot by just kind of cashing in too early on something like that, and they maybe could have spread that out across longer periods of time, like the amount of money they were going to make. I don't know, but either way, like I want Kabam to make money, man. You know, any game that I'm playing, I want the devs to make money. That way, the game doesn't just die. But yeah, of course, like it also needs to remain a good game. And did Cavs cross the line? Maybe they did, man. Honestly, I wish they were never made, but it is hard to say. I don't think it's as easy as just like cut and dry Cavs bad or Cavs good type of thing. There's a lot of gray area to it, you know. How do you feel Arena and War are two biggest rework needed, i.e. rewards and time spent ratio? Possibly. The two modes are both a bit dated. I actually kind of like Arena as is, but I know a lot of people are not Arena fans. So just because of that, I would say, yeah, Arena probably could use some work to get more people interested in it. Even though, like, man, I'm kind of scared. Like, if Kabam does change arena, I don't really like. I want it to be the laid back game mode so that I can just chill and kind of screen mash as I chat with you guys. You know, I kind of find it enjoyable. War is like the total opposite for me, though. I don't find it too enjoyable. Stop being stupid. So I 100% Act 6 and got 6-star Dr. Voodoo and some good 5-star champs. Nice, man. Congrats. GG, when should I use my 5-star Tech Awakening Gem? Rank 4 Stark Spidey, rank 2 Guillotine 2099, and rank 3 Sentinel. Oh, I think I said when instead of where. But where? Probably Sentinel. If you awaken that Sentinel and then use Sentinel to beat, even if you're not ready for it just yet, you'll eventually be ready and can do variant 3 and variant 2 with him. And just in general, he only needs that one Sig level. You can just awaken him and never feed him a Sig Stone and be happy. You dropped map 7 at the wrong time. The section 2 thing is a real hoot. Oh my god, dude. The stories I've heard about that thing. He wouldn't throw a special with brute force, and I ended up blocking my way to his L3. Wow. Yeah. That fight. I haven't seen that fight. I actually have, like, I haven't personally done that fight, I should say. But I know the nodes, and yeah. It seems crazy. I think they're going to change it. And I hope they're going to change it, because it does not sound like a good time. Part of me does want to do it, though, like, just once, just to be like, okay, let's see how dumb this really is. Let's do this fight. I mean, I know you can do it with, I think people said Quake. Is it just Quake for the section 2? Now I'm forgetting. I think like Stealth Spidey and Quake for the first one or something like that. And then is it just Quake? Like for solos at least. I mean, I don't remember what I heard from some of the map 7 people about it. BG, favorite musical, Jersey Boys, Cats, etc. Oh, my favorite musical? I thought you were talking about yours. I was like, that's an interesting thing, just to be like, hey BG, what's up, man? My favorite musical is. Favorite musical though, man? I don't know. I've only seen 2. So a neighbor of mine is actually does musicals on Broadway, and he was the lead in Hair, and he was also in Aladdin. So I saw both of those, and he gave us like a backstage tour after Aladdin. And I had fun. I had fun watching them. Part of the reason I had fun is because, you know, it's someone I knew. It's probably not something that I would look to do just myself. Oh, and then, of course, there's Psych the musical. I've seen that on TV. But, yeah. A little different, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really the musical type, but I guess put me down for those two as my favorites. You're gonna be grinding for Tigra? Probably not. I think she's cool, but I just don't see myself realistically using her. So, BG, do you like Twilight? I've never seen any of the Twilights, but yes, I'm a huge fan because I definitely read the books. I also read the... No, just kidding. I don't know why I was even starting to joke like that. I've never read any books in my entire life. Yeah, no, I've never seen any of the Twilights. BG actually stands for big gay. Hate to break it to you, Brian. Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that. You could call me BG and and say that. That's fine. The Psych musical was awesome. I actually don't even remember the Psych musical. I only saw it once. I've seen every episode of Psych, I don't know, 5 times or something like that, but I only saw the musical once. BG, any champions you don't have of any tier? Elsa was one of them, but then I got Elsa. Some of the new ones. I don't have some of the new champions as even 3 stars. Out of the old champions, it's just Kang and OG Deadpool, I believe. Oh, and I guess Omega Red too now. I think that's it. So some of the new champions, and then Kang, Red, Deadpool, and wait, did I say Omega Red? I think I just said Omega. Did I say Omega Red? I meant Weapon X Wolverine. Oh man, now I'm not even sure what I said. I probably, people are gonna be like, what? Omega Red? BG, boxers, briefs, or boxer briefs? Banana hammock. Have you seen Paul? No. Sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen Paul maybe pop up on like a Netflix splash screen or something like that, but definitely haven't seen it because I don't even know what it's about. I think balance is the reason why Kabam have been releasing subpar champions in 2020. I don't know. I honestly don't know. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. I don't know what their plan is there. It certainly at least feels like champions these days are more well balanced. It's just they're hard to use because content was made for these champions that are just overpowered. So I don't know what the plan is. Ryan probably tried reading Dr. Seuss before, and he got confused by all the rhymes and gave up on page 4. Oh, that's sweet of you to think I made it to page 4. What are you talking about? You have Omega Red? Yeah, there we go. Didn't you get a 1-star Deadpool? No. Red Deadpool is paid only. There is no way to get Red Deadpool. If you're 100% free to play, that is. Did you get a 5-star Man-Thing from a legendary crystal from the event today? Is Man-Thing any good? And how do you play him? I have some videos on Man-Thing. He's okay. I think he's fun when you have high levels of Mystic Dispersion, but realistically he's not in like the top. He isn't really compared to the absolute top champions in the game. The short version of how to play him is that your level 1 special and level 3 special stacks buffs on the opponent, and then you nullify those buffs with heavy attacks or special 2s. And when you nullify them, it converts those buffs into armor breaks and poisons on the opponent. And then, of course, if you have Mystic Dispersion, because you're applying buffs and nullifying them, you're able to spam specials, and that's what makes him so much fun. If you don't have high levels of Mystic Dispersion, he's really not that fun. It's 2019 the best year for champs? Warlock, Doom, Sunspot, Cleric, 18-20-99, Man-Thing. I think there was a lot of really interesting champions in 2019, but no, I think 2018. Because 2018 had Ghost, Corvus, Omega Red, Aegon. Right? Like, I don't know. I mean, how do you rank years, really? It's all situational at the end of the day. 2018 and 2019, I would say, are the 2 best years. Whichever order you want to put them in, doesn't really matter. Before that, there were some good champions, you know. Quake is, what, is Quake 2016? I can never remember if she's 2016 or 2017, but she's a bit older. Hyperion's a bit older. Of course, some of the rework champions, but I kind of consider the rework champions to be like the year that they were reworked instead of, you know, like Colossus. There's a 2015 Colossus and then there's a 2019 Colossus, you know? Even though it's all the same and you could use a 2015 gem on today's Colossus, but it's a little different. BG, what's your favorite TV series? Probably Psych. I go back and forth between Always Sunny and Psych. Those are my top two. Oh, guys, this is exciting. I actually started watching a new show. It's pretty rare that this happens. I don't know if I'll continue to watch it or not. I'm just kind of feeling a little on the fence about it. But it's on Netflix. It's Space Force. I can't remember if I mentioned it the other day or not. But I hadn't watched it until I think yesterday. Yesterday or the day before. But anyway, Steve Carell is like the main character, but there's a bunch of other well-known actors in it. I wanted to watch it because of Ben Schwartz being in it, actually. I think that dude's hilarious. And saw that he was in it, and I was like, okay, let's check it out. Brian Pop, 12 sixes today. He natched. Dang, dude, 12? No one good except Sim Supreme. But it's all good. Have one more basic and a 6-star Nexus on Sunday. Dang, dude. Alright, he natched, man. I got my fingers crossed for you, dude. I mean, they're not going to be crossed all the way till Sunday, but I'm hoping for the best, dude. I hope you get some good champs. Favorite show is probably Breaking Bad. Yeah. I accidentally watched the first part of the first episode, at least. What's it called? I watched Malcolm in the Middle, and I always thought the dad was hilarious. And when I found out he was going to be in a new show, I was like, yep, I'm watching it. So Breaking Bad, I saw like the premiere of it or whatever, like the first night that it was on TV. I saw part of it. And I'm like, this isn't funny. I just assumed it was going to be a comedy, man. So like, this isn't funny, and I just turned it off. I was so disappointed. Nobody really talked about it too much back then either, and then, like, I guess a few seasons in, that's when it really blew up, and dude, just like everybody was talking about it at that point. That happens a lot with TV shows, though, right? It takes like a season or two for it to really catch some steam. It's actually pretty rare that I watch a show like right from the beginning, because Psych, I don't think I found out about Psych until they were about 3 seasons in. Always Sunny, I think they were like 6 seasons deep already before I found out about that show. Dane Lewis sending over 3 of them Australian bucks. Dane, thank you very much. Saying check your Twitter when you get a minute, bro. Sure. What do we got, man? I'm guessing that this is you, right? If it's not you, then let me know. But first 5-star rank 5. Aha, nice, man. Congrats on the Blade R5. Good stuff, dude. Congratulations. Your world is going to be forever changed now that you have the power of a rank 5 at your disposal, man. Congratulations. Good stuff. What's up, BG? You don't like shows about cooking meth? I mean, if they're funny, I'll watch it, but if it's not funny, then no. Married with Children is my favorite show. Oh, dude, I love that show. Can't get away with all those insults in today's world. Too many snowflakes. Maybe. I mean, they weren't that bad. Like, I don't know. You're probably right. But they weren't that bad.
they were crazy for the time, I'm sure. Like, I don't even remember. What year did that show first come out? I think I was probably too young for it when it first came out. Hold on. Married with children. I'm going to guess 95. But let me see. 87? Are you serious? No way. Wow, yeah, so I was definitely too young for it because I was born in 87. The final episode was in 97. Dang, dude. That show is older than I even thought. All right, so yeah, it was definitely crazy for 87. Just thinking about the other shows that I've watched on like Nick at Night or something like that, you know. But dude, yeah, that show's great, man. That show still holds up. That show is still hilarious. Pun Time 2099 sent it over to. Thank you very much, dude. Saying, do you think Kabam will nerf Doom? No, I don't think so. If they do, this is a big if. Alright, if they do. The only thing that's like really crazy about Doom in my mind is his what's it called? His crit resistance. Dude, as soon as I saw Doom, he has like 30-something crit resistance. Let's go to MA. It's too like to me personally, man. I don't know how they thought that it was okay to do that, but I don't think they're gonna change. I don't think they're gonna change anything about Doom. God, 35, dude. Way too much. Way too much. That combined with the armor, so you're not able to crit through the armor as much. He's just such a tanky beast. If you're playing Doom offensively, you could never be crit by most opponents. Most champions in this game do not have 35% crit rate. Of course, this affects him defensively as well. It makes him significantly more difficult to fight on defense. It's all around. It's a crazy stat to have. But I don't think they're going to change anything about him. Honestly, though, like... So... Hold on. Let's go to MA one more time here. This is the first champion. I don't remember who exactly was the first champion to be released with crit resistance, but this is the first one that I remember at least. Where is he at? I should have filtered it. Looking for Killmonger. Son of a... Too stubborn to go to the filter now. Just gonna keep looking. Don't know my alphabet. There he is. Okay. This is the first champion that I remember having crit resistance. And it's 20%. And I already thought this was excessive. I thought this was higher than any champion in the game should have on their base abilities. Now, if you do something throughout the match, if you gain a buff or something like that, that's another story. But just as a baseline stat, to have 20% crit resistance, I think that's ridiculous. So yeah, for when Doom came out and when I saw him have 35, I was just like, why? Like, it's crazy, man. First was Killmonger, if I remember correctly. Then came Corvus. Was he the next one? I know Sentinel also has it too, but I can never remember the order in which they came out. Sentinel's probably after, I guess, but either way. Ben also sent it over too, saying Awaken Iceman rank 4 or Domino rank 5. I'd probably say Domino. Depends a little bit on your goals and all that stuff. All the usual things that I say about it depending. But yeah, I would say Probably Domino is the way to go. Probably get more use out of a rank 5 Domino than you would. Even if you got, let's say they were both rank 5, Iceman or Domino. I think you get more out of Domino. Ben, thank you very much for the 2, though, man. Yeah, her explosive damage. She doesn't have the as many immunities as Iceman has, and there will be times where, you know, you'd want to use Iceman over Domino, but I think there's more situations where you just would blast through content with Domino and say, who cares about having a certain immunity? So. Sent was pre-Corvus. Sent is an ability, though, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is with his. It is through his charges. Which I guess is fair. You know, I don't necessarily mind the way Sentinel works because you can play around that, and that's just part of, like, going into a fight against Sentinel. You know that if you're not playing around his where is his analysis charges? Where does it talk about him? Yeah, you know that if you're building up to your analysis charges, then you're just not going to deal as much damage, and that's something that you have to deal with. So I think that's fine. You certainly feel it when you're fighting against Sentinel, and it doesn't always feel great, but still, I think it's okay the way that exists. Okay, Ben, dude, he sent over another 2. By the way, I don't know if B. Daniels is in here or not, but I just got that notification that popped up that said he's a member 2 months in a row, even though B. Daniels, he's been a member forever. But either way, shout out to B. Daniels. But okay, Ben, you said perfect. That's what I did. Nice, man. Excellent. Good move. Good move. Okay, Dane sent over another 3 as well, saying, yeah, that was mine. I'm working on Ghost Rider and Sparky 5-star. Okay. Cool, man. Getting that whole Trinity up. I like it. I digs it. Good stuff. Wait, what is this? I see Pete saying, at Hunter, wow, you really have to do BG like that. Ghost already has 100% BG resistance. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I see, Pete. You're saying Ghost should have 100% crit resistance. Get out of here, Pete. She already has 100% block proficiency, or she might as well. Because who needs the block? Already has 100% guaranteed crit resistance. Ghost is the king or the queen or whatever you want to say of breaking what's it called? Of making diminishing returns non-existent. Armor doesn't matter to the champion on either side. Attack on the opponents don't matter. Block proficiency doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Orange Juice sent over 5. Orange Juice, thank you, man. Same BG. I just came to say I finally cracked 1 million rating. Orange Juice, congrats. I'm actually really happy about it. Of course, dude. That's a huge milestone. Should be happy about it. Congrats on breaking through the 1 mil mark. Good stuff. Thank you for the 5 euros. When did BG add zoom function to his camera? We call it big head mode, and I've had this for a little while now. Oh, whoops, I forgot to change that though. I had the wrong D up there. I've had it for a little while now. It's slowly improving. Still a bunch of work to do, but over the past couple months, I've been slowly making some improvements. Actually, I guess for a very long time, I've been making slow improvements, like the lights back there. I didn't always have those. This camera is much better than the old camera that I had. And trying to make things look a little bit nicer in general. A little bit different. Am I in timeout now? The corner is scary. It's okay, Hunter. Not today. But watch yourself. Okay, anyway, guys, it's getting to be pretty late, so we are going to have to call it a night here. I will be back tomorrow, normal time, after I claim this free crystal. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time. I will upload a video of what happened with all of my units and why my units blew up. But the short answer is just, you know, battle chips. But there is a little story of it to tell. I told it a little bit earlier, but I'll show you guys what I mean in the video tomorrow. Because, yeah, I was getting pretty lucky in terms of units. Notice BG skipped my comments. Oh, Donut Cop. Never on purpose, my friend. Hold on. Let me see what your comments are real quick. And then I see Pun Time also sent over another super chat. What is this? What is this? What is this? BG, I'll hold on to Pixie's French for her. Maybe. But we did just wrench some other people, so... for now, we're going to leave the wrenches. We're going to leave them be. Pun Time. Send over another 5. Pun Time. Thank you, man. Saying, if Kabam do Blue Marvel, do you think he'd be made Silver Surfer, like as far as power? I'll be honest with you, I am not even familiar with Blue Marvel. Let's go look him up real quick. Aha, he looks a little something like this. I have no idea what they would do for this guy. Really don't know much about him. And in terms of power level, it's kind of at Kabam's discretion, you know. Sometimes they make the well-known characters really powerful, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes it is like the random characters that get the most power and stuff. He looks kind of cool, though. They'll probably add him at some point. But alright. Pun Time, thank you very much for another 5, dude. Definitely appreciate it. What's with this spam? Alright, but on that note, I am out of here. Shout out to Jason for being tonight's biggest D, or maybe I should say shout out to Taters. Apparently this is from Taters. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you everyone else too. Alright, good night everybody. Egg. Later guys.